All right, today we're going to be looking at section 3.2. We're going to be covering quadratic functions, functions, zeros, and models. So you have on the first page this definition of what a quadratic equation is, and then what a quadratic function is. It's basically the same thing. Equation just has equal to 0. And then a function is in f of x form. Okay, so we call standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. A, b, and c will be numbers. X will be your variable. A cannot be 0. Okay, so the idea for solving quadratic functions is that we will set the equation equal to 0 and solve. So they got the square root principle. Whenever you take the square root of a number, you have to remember positive or negative whenever you evaluate a square root. Here we're just showing you some examples and graphics of what the solutions mean when you have 0. There are several methods for solving. One is completing the square, which I'll walk you guys through when we get to my math lab. We also have the steps listed to complete the square here. Again, I'll walk you through it in my math lab. We have the quadratic formula, which is a direct result of completing the square starting with the quadratic equation. So they're walking you through the process here with just the letters, and that ends up giving you the quadratic formula. This will work every time you want to solve a quadratic equation. Just some more examples and visuals for you here. Then we have what we call the discriminant. Discriminant comes from the quadratic formula. It is the it's the b squared minus 4ac. It's this part here, the part that's underneath the square root. So when you evaluate that part, if that value is equal to 0, that means you'll have one solution. Means that graph will just come down and touch the axis. If it is greater than 0, you'll have two solutions. And if it is negative, you will have no real solutions. That will be complex numbers. So that's what discriminant refers to. And then we got some real-world applications that you kind of look through here. So for the most part, that's all the information that you'll get and need to use from the text. So I guess from here, here's an overview. We'll go ahead and jump over to my math lab and start working some problems.